everyone, this is Cheryl Jackson from Apricot Yarn and Supply, and I'm clearly not at the shop right now. I'm here at home like many of you are too. But I'm excited to create a tutorial that will help to teach you how to knit using the Continental technique. I've had some questions about it recently, and if you would like to give it a try, then you're in the right place. So first I'm going to teach you how to knit, how I hold the needles, how I hold the working yarn, and then I'll teach you how to purl. We'll go through it really slowly, okay? All right, let's learn how to knit using the Continental technique. Okay, here's my current project. I'm working on this beautiful summery sweater called Mira by Quince & Company. So I'm going to show you, let's see. I'm going to show you the knit stitch on this project using the Continental method. Okay, so what I do first I'll show you how I hold the needles. The right needle is pretty much just held in the traditional way. The left needle though, I have the yarn that's held between my these two pincher fingers, like that. And then I have my thumb up here. Sometimes I even have it right here on that top stitch so I don't lose anything. And my pinky is also in the front too, almost stabilizing it like a little tripod. This finger, my ring finger, is on the top of the needle, and these two fingers are down at the bottom. I hope that makes sense. So I'm holding the working yarn here, and then with the needle, I'm holding it with these fingers. It might feel really strange at first, but this is just how I do it. Now I'm putting the right needle into the stitch, and I could really just bring it around and just catch it like that. But I think I do a little bit of a pivot motion with my left hand just to kind of get it going a little faster. So it's in, just grab that working yarn with the right needle, push it through and off. In, around, push it through and off at the top like that. So in, and yeah, it's kind of a combination between these two fingers kind of bringing it a little bit, like helping it along, and the needle just kind of reaching over to grab it like this. So it's in and around. I'll show you what it looks like when I get going. So I'm gonna bring these stitches up here. And this is how it looks when I've got some rhythm going. It's pretty fluid, it's pretty smooth, the motion. I'm not an especially fast knitter, but this method is what I typically use. Like that. Then I'll pull some yarn out. And I'm not doing any kind of wrap around as far as the way I hold the working yarn. I just pinch it, because then it makes it really easy to reconfigure. In and around. See how I kind of do this little pivoting thing with my left hand, just to make it easier for that needle to grab the yarn each time. Like this. Oops. And that is the knit stitch using the Continental method, like that. Now we'll go ahead and show you the purl stitch as well. Okay, what I'd like to show you now is how I do the purl stitch using the Continental method. So here we are again. The yarn is coming from the right side. It's in the front, so I'm ready to purl. And I have all three fingers in the back stabilizing the left needle, and then I just am pinching it with my 2 fingers just like this. I'm going to go down into the stitch, and I just use these 2 pincher fingers to make it go around the needle, and then I kind of pull it in this direction so I don't lose anything. It almost secures it like that. And then I pull the needle, I pull the stitch off. So I'm going around, bringing it down kind of to tighten it a little bit. I'm going into the stitch, going down, around, and then off. But when I actually do the stitch, I'm not doing so much motion like this with this hand. So I keep these hands on the needle and I just go around and pull it off. So I just have to reconfigure, kind of get it like this. Whoops. I'll show you how it looks when I get some speed going. Oops. Like this. So I'm just using my left hand to really bring it around every time like that. Like this. And the whole time I just have the working yarn just pinched between those 2 fingers. I don't wind it around my fingers and do any kind of figure eights or anything like that with the knit stitch or the purl stitch for Continental, the way I knit. Like that. The purl might take you a little bit longer to get that rhythm. Oops. It's pretty smooth though. And that's the purl stitch using the Continental method. Thanks for watching. I wanted to let you know what materials I was using today in case you were curious. I have this beautiful Illimani Sabri 2. This is the worsted weight cotton and alpaca blend that I'm using for this really lightweight summer sweater that I cannot wait to wear. So I've got some cakes of that, and I was using my Likey interchangeable set that I bought a couple years ago and I use constantly. You could tell that it's used constantly because it's looking a little worn, but it's something that I almost never put it down. I always have these needles on something. So these are the Likey needles and this beautiful Illimani worsted weight yarn. So it's worsted weight, but it's still really light because it's that chainette construction. It's got the cotton. So yeah, I'm really curious about how this is going to work out. It's a really nice project. I love it. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining me on this tutorial. Have a good day.